Welcome to Global Risk Community Chat. Today our guest is Doreb Ebrahim. I'm very happy to have you here today, Doreb. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. So before we get into our topic, can you briefly introduce yourself to our audience?
Yeah, sure. My name is Doreb Ebrahim, as you introduced. I'm professionally electrical engineer. I've done my master's in electrical engineering, and my entire experience is in the area of utility, like the supply utility. I have experience of around more than 35 years in the different, you can say, segments of a power utility, mainly in the power transmission, distribution, generation, and the automation. And mostly looking for the sustainable solutions to see that how we can reduce the impact of negative effect of carbon on the environment.
Yeah. Sounds great. So thank you so much for also, sharing your expertise on that. What I'm hearing is at the end you mentioned sustainability. So are we talking about sustainability today?
Yes, we are talking about the sustainability. What is sustainability? First of all, we have to understand it is the ability to meet the current needs without compromising the future. Okay, and how do we define in one word the sustainability is that sustainability is depending on the three pillars. It is economy, society, and environment. These are the three basic pillars of the sustainability, and any state or any country, they have to prepare their policy according to these three, you can say, pillars.
Yeah, thank you. And so talking about this, what would be maybe some key things or key requirements regarding, sustainability and reaching these, sustainability targets without, interrupting the future innovations and everything?
Yeah, I would say that we have to make people think about the impact on the environment by remembering 6 R's. What are these 6 R's? It's rethink, reuse, recycle, reduce, repair, and refuse. So the 6 R people have to remember, and this is how they will support the sustainability program in their society. Now, talking about the factors, each and every individual or a citizen have to make sure that they have their aims, objectives, and targets to achieve the required KPIs, key performance indicators. And it should be very clear about each individual that how they are going to contribute to the environment, to the nation, by their normal, you can say, habits, behaviors, how they can make the environment sustainable, okay, by recycle, by reusing the material which they are normally using in their normal life. And the main thing is the few of the factors which we have to control in the environment is the pollution and the use of energy, because these are the two main factors which are influencing the environment. Now, pollution, when we are talking about the pollution, what is pollution actually? It is, at the end, is the emission of carbon, right? And this is what the nations are putting themselves together to see that how the carbon emission can be reduced in order to reduce the global warming. And this is where the COP28 comes into the picture. And how you can minimize, mitigate the pollution by utilizing now the state-of-art technologies, the electric vehicles we have to bring in more and more in order to reduce the dependency on the fossil fuel equipments and the vehicles. So this is one of the factors. The other one is how to control the waste. I mean, waste is one of the hazard to the environment and the sustainability. And we have to see that what in the normal life we are utilizing the things should be fully sustainable and should be reusable for the future. And another factor, which is I told you, energy now. So each of us, we cannot live without electricity and the energy which we are getting to our home, offices, industries. How we can reduce the carbon in terms of the energy. So we have to make sure that we do energy management by just using the electricity what we need, and to keep off all the unnecessary, you can say, power equipments which is not needed. This is what the extra electricity which we are consuming normally, and this is what when we are consuming more energy means more carbon. So these are the two main, you can say, factors which we can control in our daily life.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. But of course, there are also, I think, like certain things people cannot, control in their daily life, especially if it's like more, in a macro scale, like the economy of the country or the politics and, the legal and governance of when it comes to this kind of topic. So let's say for people that are living in more, difficult environments for like sustainability goals, like what maybe these people can do specifically, like, because it's very important for these people as well, but like maybe what would be more specific things that people still can do despite, like maybe hindrances?
Yeah, I mean, then the government comes into the picture. They makes the policy for the people, and how they make sure that people has to follow those policies, and these policies will be based on these principles which we are talking about. So then the nation itself together contributes towards the goal of the sustainability.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you. And if you were to give some more maybe solid examples, since you are, for example, living in United Arab Emirates, if I'm not wrong. So, for example, what kind of steps are taken there towards sustainability?
Yeah, this is a very good question from you. See, as I said, that main, you can say, danger to the environment is the carbon, which is getting emission from the industries, from the pollution. So how do we control the carbon? So nowadays, the new technologies has been already started implementing, and this is called the carbon capture. So globally, it has been now started doing these projects for the carbon capture and the carbon storage. So huge tons and tons of carbon can be captured, which has been emitted from the industries and in the environment. It can be captured and can be stored underground. So there is a process which is now been, you can say, researched, and they are working a lot in this area. So this is how we can save the countries who are with more, you can say, influence with the carbon emission and the pollution.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that as well. With that, I don't really have any other questions remaining. So do you have maybe any last takeaway points or any last things you want to share?
See, the future is green energy, sustainability, and renewable. So we have to think more and more about the renewable. When we talk about the renewable, it is going for the solar and for the sustainable products and sustainability practices. Okay, so how do we make our environment free from the emission and the pollution? This is what we have to think about.
Thank you for sharing that as well. And with that being said, we have run out of our time for today. So I want to thank you so much for joining us again. And I think sustainability is an important topic for, like everyone around the globe. It's like, it's our world, it's our future, generations world. So we need to do, of course, our best to like protect it as much as possible. So yeah, thank you so much for, like shedding light and bringing it to more light once again.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.